Hello. Hope everyone's having a half decent day. Also, hello, Pris. How's it going? Where the fuck is my volume? I know it's been a fuck off long time since I played this, but sleepy? Oh, well, you should sleep then. Let my dumbass voice put you to sleep. Anyhow. Might be a short session today. Mainly because I was also looking, and my boy, Ske, is celebrating his 1 year, so. I should really draw him a picture for his anniversary. I think he'd like that. I don't know. He doesn't get much in the way of fan art. Oh well. Yeah. I do not remember where I was. Oh fuck, 2-1? Oh yeah, I remember the investigation being absolutely fucking insane. He has a good character? He does. Well, he's based off of a lovebird, I think. I think. Something like that. Oh right, I hated this guy. I think? No, he was a country bumpkin. I remember. There was somebody I didn't like. I think they'll show up eventually. That's super cute. Yeah. I've been thinking of changing myself a little bit, like lore-wise. I don't know if I want to be a deity much anymore, because I initially said deity in like I thought it was like just below Titans in terms of power, not an outright redefinition for God. So I was thinking maybe like, what if I called myself like an artifice or something like that? Because the word artifice sounds cool too. I don't know. It may have been stupid. Whatever. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. This stage. Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick? Max is really nervous. I'm just plain old cactus, so you can be almighty. I don't think you're plain. I like your character. It's cute. Cactus plus elf? You don't see that much anymore. I always like the concept of like fantasy races in like non-standard places. It's like above ground dwarves or merfolk who like walk around in fishbowls kind of thing. I like that. And then when you have like, because cactus I guess could be classified as like a pseudo tree. And then you just have like, because you know how like elves are in forests, but now it's like a desert quote unquote forest. I don't know. I just like your characters, both the design and the aesthetic. But I guess that's the same thing. Oasis, yeah, exactly. You're an Oasis elf. See, it's rare and it's cool. There you go. Entirely up to you if you wanted to keep that as your lore. Oh fuck. Sorry. Might steal it. Well, go right ahead. It's more. I put more thought into your lore than I have my own. Oh well. I don't really have law. I mean, it's an idea. Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Eh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. Can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? This just gets dumber and dumber. I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Everyone will be on the other side from my fat ass flying everywhere. I guess Phoenix is pretty fit. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of it. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. I'm gonna fly. And now the case of one... What? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. Billy Bob Jones! Sorry. I'm sorry if I just burnt a lot of people's ears with that. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is our to our advantage. Ugh. Ms. Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count, did you hear me? Wow. What a fucking brat. She must still be about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I ain't losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it's not the nature of Von Karma to lose at anything. But you did. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. Oh, that's dark. There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Kid Gumshoe, get up here now. I like him. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it, it's no trouble at all. I'm looking forward to this. Very well, I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big tub to practice their routines. Practice session broke up around 10 p.m. So that's 20 minutes of downtime. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 1:15, so it was in that little area. The victim was found bent over a wooden box dead as a doornail. The cause of death was a blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Okay. I see, he was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. Court accepts into evidence. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I have to refamiliarize myself with everything. Why am I only at half health? Let's go over it now. Prints. Papers, promo poster, orange juice bottle, circus map. Monkey who takes care of Acro habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. Cheap ring from with an eerie sparkle from T to R is engraved on it. 10:15. Okay, snow is falling until 9:40. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal, maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. Snow, let me see, there's got to be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? Let's have a... Sorry, they're still doing construction across the street, and it's 5:16 here. It's kind of dark out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big tub to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who did you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal trainer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. I almost forgot, Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after the proceedings. Practice session broke up around 10. After practice over, where did everyone head off to? Oh yeah, it was Regina was playing with Regent while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Then the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. I happen to know what they were talking about, would you? Seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15. Something is off, I feel. I can be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15. Okay. Not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us the whole thing went down Ow. It's totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? Sorry, that came up suddenly. The victim was found bent over a wooden box dead as a doornail. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying a box, huh? It's a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? £20, but strong lock. This may be on my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, I found the box. It was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So I took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Okay. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper. Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police were searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You'd think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it disappear with magic. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're going to get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're going to get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Oh, I feel bad for him. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Give me a second. I'm going to put my hoodie over my legs. That way I have blanket and hoodie. Yeah, should be good enough. I'd like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be about talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Chilla will show up to the stand as well. Oh dear, I hope not. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. If you don't believe me, fine. I'll grace you with a song. Ahem. I'm not doing this. The world of the law, exciting and daring. Guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. What do you think? I had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up, just look at your nose. You'd think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. That's okay. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order, order. I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried... Oh, ouch. You won't get anywhere trying to figure this out, this witness. Now let's proceed. Once practice was over, I left the stench... I left the tent with the stooge, I mean clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He's the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took the magic boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt, he had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, Jess boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. Silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. If it belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Give me a second here. You know, for everybody being patient, I'm gonna give you guys a cat. Look at the happy boy. Good boy. Sorry, give me a second here. Give me a second. Fucking... There we go. Oh, I know, of course he has to walk away. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Thank you for stating the obvious. Fuck you. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay, I guess she's a boss again today. Once practice was over, I left the stead. Okay, we already read this. The clown, you're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in a nice warm lodging house been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Also, hello, Elohim. He recognized I was getting slightly cold, and this toasty boy just laid on me. Started purring to generate warmth. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Silk hat, robe, white roses. He's the only one heading that way, how could the punk not be the killer? You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense, and it makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story that meets the eye. Is there something I'm missing this? There's no proof it was Max. Someone else could have worn it. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Max milling Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do you? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, white clothes, whatever. Thank you. I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy. And the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. I'm gonna press that again because I feel like I chose the wrong option. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't seem like you should have seen someone else as well. What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? He could have seen the ringmaster. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance of the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Aha! Obviously the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen them. Anyone since could have figured that out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room. Why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. Seems at this stage I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along to the testimony. Trilo would happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. I'm Nick. Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Give me a second. Cat, why do you need so much attention? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. As practice was over, I left the stage. Do I present this? Fuck. It was clear reveals a contradiction or whatever. At what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around. Hey, what time was it? I think it was. I'd say a bit after 10:30. I presume. I think. Practice had ended at 10 p.m. So you hung around the lodging that house the entire time. I guess it sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Oh, the truth is, will you shut up, you big nose dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Maybe you're waiting for someone. What? We said we were waiting for someone. Mr. Fair's right. We can all do without your offhand theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose was waiting? Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? I believe her? Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Ah! You're waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? You can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Eh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid him a second thought. That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a huge likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading towards the scene. Ow. There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Good boy. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? Oh boy. What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain! Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. I have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Don't be surprised, so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. You were going to propose, you, a puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. Exactly. Okay. His honor is looking a little less honorable, right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What's with that sigh at the end? I'm gonna press him on the... specifically the... Still got it in his pocket. So I still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not going to give it up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing at the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? No. Alright. Don't be supposed to... Okay. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina. Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? Give me a second. Got a drink. I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. What was exactly that you plan on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her Give her a numbskull. I only gotta think I could find her. I could match Regina's beauty. Answer this question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Ah, those two nearly found all their chairs. Mr. Phoenix's right joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Franziska's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. What happened from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Push on anyway. Maybe something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that his puppet has ever proposed to a human being. Ow. I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I plan on giving the engagement ring to Regina. An engagement ring? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course. What a stupid question. Sorry, excuse me. Do you think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry, really. You have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? I was gonna say you went to the lodging house to give it to her. That's right. I tried to give it to her in practice so many times that I lost count, but the uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob, you couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half and not with magic. Although I always say love creates rivalries. So what about this present? In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. I think now I show the ring. It's just like, hey, I have it, you don't. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Oh, looks like they're going to double team me out now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine. Give it back. Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify that about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Arrgh. What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something. Hey, don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money? Like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quiz, I would prefer if you avoid slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money is really monkey, in every sense of the word. Ah, I see, well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo. When was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. All stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken out at that time. Ooh. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Triloquist. What'd you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all the slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he's fumbling away through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point. What point could that possibly be? There's a huge contradiction of the witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witnesses were off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? If I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past his vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He was blinded by his rival with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get the dork face in trouble. It's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. I told you so many times, you'd think you'd know my story's not changing. We're change your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it'll change more. Where there's one lie, there's usually many more behind it. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Exactly, Maya. That's why I have to keep after him. Yeah. I'll give you that. I was waiting for that night for Regina. It doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian and Galactic at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. So that means Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right, Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and he went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived in this scene in the 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. So you're only concerned about waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know, 4. F-O-U-R, counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you think something would really have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yeah, because the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. Doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night? Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. No, I'm sure you can do that. What time was it? What time was it? What time was it? Let me think about this. Yeah, I'm just not good at math. It was 10:10 p.m. That sounds about right. Sounds about right because that's the time when I saw Max on the scene. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. So he testified that you said good evening to Max that night. Let's enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. Say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. Well, Ben, you got something to add? Oh, I guess that's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quest, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist to act outside the courtroom. Possible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Is that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly, how is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Oh, fuck, I right-clicked again. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned back in grade school. There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. How do I go proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world. I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. Actually, no, I'm going to press one more time. I say, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if a pro was to review your work, he would say, ow. You're not trying to pass yourself as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix, right? You should know better. Ow! Ow! You should have set him straight. You proceed with your testimony, witness. I'm just gonna press this. You're 100% absolutely sure that is of what you just said. I told you already, Cheese. I'm 100% absolutely sure. There's no way that it could be any more confident than that, right? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer the chorus. Everyone answer now. Skullcat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. Mile, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a whole assessment. Sheila, is it not true that she had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal, it was just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end up with someone getting clonked over the head. That morning, Ben got clubbed over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that a mission of assault and battery? Ouch. Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charges first. The truth is, on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Gah. Are you saying this witness is lying? They're trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene. I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's not from you, Mr. Quest. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? Saw a different person. I think he saw the ringmaster. It's my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who we said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If you had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person that witness saw last that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That's why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? But the defense kindly explain who was that Trillo saw that evening then. The ringmaster then. Consider the ill temper of the witness, there was only one person he would have greeted. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as present. Oh, yeah, I suppose you got a point there. It was Russell Berry. The victim himself. Was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person who you saw that night was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quest. Order. How do you respond to this? Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I get a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it's high time that we be clear the air about this question. Mr. Quest obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. Problem is identifying who exactly that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the Ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues it was the defendants that the witness saw that night. The witnesses clearly say that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols. Alright, this is getting all come. Here we go again, everyone all together now. Now, yes, we know, the Saw Cat, Cloak, and White Roses. A Saw Cat and Cloak, anyone could wear them. They even look good on me. What was that? All the witnesses endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we know it was Maximilian Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma. Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was a defendant? Well, if that's the case, then is it possible for me to make a judgment at this point? Yes. I think we've won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're still too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? Merely established one funny thing for this witness. We established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide with beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. There's no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. Court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare for the next witness. Court is now in recess. Yeah, I'll do one more. So I was just checking something. Sweetie, you have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the Ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the Ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly, he told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the Ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. Well, the Ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. Oh, I clicked out of the window. When I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous. That's a fabulously possible possibility. Yeah, well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Huh. If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous, the mystery just keeps getting deeper. Everyone's back. Let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well, I'll not call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Well, Mr. Lawrence Curls, please take the stand. Why should you just call him Pitiful Clown? This witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. In Westfoot Clown of Delphi. Oh, really? Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're a Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shoes, no shirt, no service. Okay, how about this? Be my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts. How's that one? A couple of clowns were up to no good, started making trouble. Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15, the day of the murder. Correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafari walked into a... Without the humor, please. Okay. Ah, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is vacant stare and a polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of the case. Really? You'll hear me out? I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course you can. I'll talk for as long as you want. The night of the murder, just after breakfast was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I let it go straight to sleep. Before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and it was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. Sorry, cat needs pets. Kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There's no way this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Like, you gotta find some sort of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor? I'm afraid that if they push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. Or saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If he causes clowns to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. I'm trying my best just to think of ones that would not, like, cause him to go off if I'm being held responsible. You just happened to glance out the window? You could say that. You could also say, I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow. That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Moe were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning tables in our favor. Heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. What was it sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say. Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Don't, how'd you know I was going to make a joke? I guess the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. That's just what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... Give me a second. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. Far away, you say? Good to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and it looks about yay big, I'd say they're about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not very far at all. It was snowing that night and I cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw. Say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head. Yes, it did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the complete random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon was found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo. Did you or did you not see the crime that committed crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this matter. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Holy shit. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? So I'll be then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. I got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you'll be telling us all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is that meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Most said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. For fuck's sake. However, Mo just stated that the following under oath. Kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Most to believe when he said, is to be believed when he said he looked out hearing the window upon hearing a sound. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. You're back from your jog? Well, it's pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. I looked at my window that night. The ringmaster was already face down in the snow. Prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster. Yes. When I looked at my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Curls. Your Honor? You did not witness the actual crime, however you say that you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well then, please testify to what we saw. I expect the truth. And if I catch even a hint of a joke from you, I'll put you in a holding cell until you learn the court etiquette. Got it? Got it. It's a bit far away, but I could, that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. The cell cat, the black coat, they were all there. There were supposed to be 3. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem that the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night? The crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. I'm just gonna jump on like show this one, because I know for a fact that's probably what it is. Say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The cell cat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yeah, everyone get ready. All together now. Cell cat, cloak, white roses. Who cares if you knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. No. Silence full, you are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? I'm gonna turn this one up. To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious that it was too dark to see that kind of detail. Well, the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of this criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Well, fucking, I keep right-clicking. Mr. Wright. Are these white roses true material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just trying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. What's up, criminal attorneys and godless Salvation armies? How is everyone? I'm doing alright. Although it's a little bit quiet in chat today. How's it going, newbie? You doing alright today? Maybe vibing? Hell yeah. Don't forget you have your own emote too. I'm surprised nobody's actually like caught you on that. Like you using the emote instead of like your name. Seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Still in the circus case, I see it fills me with agony. Honestly, I hadn't played it since last time. And I might be making a push because I want to get to my next 2 games. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone's talking with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? The There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those three ridiculous symbols. I can mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high. How could you mistake someone for wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Sheila saw them all. Sheila saw all three of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? Well, I'm supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness stated that he saw without a doubt that he saw Maximum in Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Oh, she's getting desperate. Your Honor, maybe trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. Seems like that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature? I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in this next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially Skullcat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance. I will not allow you in the slightest inch of badgering against the witness. If you are going to prove to me that there is a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. It's not out of my mind there was no white roses that night. All of the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. Especially Skullcat, there was no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mo, be honest. Ow. You promised Mr. Phoenix, right? No more badgering. What? What? Oh, motherfucker. Are you kidding me? I thought I could fucking press because I wasn't seeing shit. Oh, that hurt. I'm back quite far. A very fun case, yeah. I didn't think I was this far back. How the murder happened, but I forgot the right evidence, I think. Oh boy. If it's as bad as like one fraction of an evidence, then it's like, maybe save this up. Oh, you bet your ass I am. No white roses on that night. All the other symbols are, I'm equally sure of that. Nobody needs to think. I think I'm just gonna present the hat and see what happens. Fuck. All the symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. I'm not getting this one. Oh, lucky guess. I'm gonna load so I can actually have like one mistake saved up. I appreciate the help anyways, newbie. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the night he was wearing that. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. There's some sort of problem, Mr. Wright. Miss Von Karma. Where exactly was this silk hat found? Final newbie, the best lawyers on Twitch? Hell yeah. Unless you always ask these questions, it was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... Silk hat fell off at the crime scene. And whether witness clearly testified to the contrary. Oh. Witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order, order, order. Mr. Curls. Yes, Your Honor? What's the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. It's so harsh. What's not right is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? I mean, I guess you just didn't like my jokes tonight, right? You have to go insult my eyesight and my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't belong there. Oh, okay. And no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Wow. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. Turned to a bratty little kid. It's beautiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb skull cat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? Something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You said he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? Yeah, he went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
His witness's testimony is full of holes, Miss Von Karma. Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Yeah. Got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? I'm not sure I know exactly. Oh. I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter a story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Take that!
Look at this picture. Browse the footprints in the snow. Footprints? This photo we can clearly see the footprints off the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Ay, 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 ay. So, Mo, how exactly did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor. The witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all the witnesses' testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Just wait a second. You guys just can't ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. Does it make me feel kind of bad for Mo afterwards? Like, as an after story, or like right now? That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know, but I get the feeling they're going to get worse than before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? Testimony you purported until now has been false? It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just what? It's just I was a bit confused about the bit of the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Does testimony make sense in the end? Okie doke. Well, he does seem like a half-decent guy, like, outside his, like, silly humor. Order, order. I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you saw, Mr. Curls. Ha! You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Oh, we'll get turned down slightly. Everything I've set up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... Huh. This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew, he jumped and flew through the air. Flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there are no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Outstanding. You're the best.
Hey, Scare. How's your stream? I saw you were streaming earlier. You were doing, your 1 year anniversary, eh? By the way, happy stream anniversary, man. Glad to have been here with you for the entire year. Oh, thank you for shouting out schematics, Gumbo. One year of Kazoo. Yep. Yeah.
I fell down.
You know, it's funny that you did the I fell down because we just found out that the supposed murderer just flew away. Anyhow, I hope you had a good time, man. Well, what did you do to celebrate? It was how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. God, this case pissed me off so much, not because it was hard, because it made no sense. I mean, I get a little bit of it, just now it's flying away that's confusing me. Just watch the debut recording and showed off the new model. Oh, you have a new model. Damn it, I was enjoying the glitchiness and the eyes all over the place of the previous one. Is it still going to be burp based? Are we actually going to get like VTuber Tuxie? Why do you guys keep saying make purple lasagna? Also made food today? Hell yeah, what kind of food did you make? It's even more burb? Oh, okay. But I'm genuinely curious of why purple lasagna. Why won't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? Yeah, this is all a dream, right? What happens if I say that? Garfield is purple, the color of lasagna. Spug is orange, the color of Spug. Roast potatoes, grilled chicken, and spicy cheddar sauce? Oh, that sounds delicious. Nah, newbie, did you see what I made yesterday? It was very dramatic. Gumbo, that also... It confuses me even more. I have more questions than answers. This is all a dream, right? Right now, I can't believe any of this. I'm not even sure if this day hasn't been some kind of Kafkaesque dream. Ow. Now do you think it's still a dream? Huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Suppose I will let you all on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. Wait, was it just one of those things where like none of your answers matter? I hate that in games. I just can't wrap my head around how that actually could happen. You imbecile! Disregarding the need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling this case is in dire need of more investigation. Sorry, I just keep getting added on Discord, and I prefer to have those cleared out. Anyway, Skid, do you have any plans for the rest of the night? Also, anybody... and also, I forgot to ask Raiders, how's everyone's day today? Nope, just being here. That's what concludes today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. Had the Spuglet debut. What? Are you gonna finish the case today? Oh, fuck that noise, no. I don't think my voice can hold out that much longer. I will be trying to do this game more often. Hopefully next time I play this will probably on... maybe tomorrow or Thursday, but I'd rather not play games more than one day in a row. Unless it's something that I need to do. There's I paid money for? I'm gonna need pictures of that. Have Skye send me a screenshot. Or was it on stream? I'll send it to you? Okay, okay. Yeah. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Spuglet is gray and orange. I am colorblind out of spite. I'm okay. I don't know if you're fucking whatever. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They said the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I also watched the Ace Attorney anime, which is extremely well. I've seen clips of that. After I played the first game, I watched the first season. That's actually really, really well done. Like I like it. Honestly, Skip was not expecting that. I was expecting like another burb. So it goes on to the second game so far. Okay, so I'll try to watch the second season after I finish this game then. But like the anime itself was really good, and because I've seen a little bit of the introduction for or like the trailers for Dual Destinies, like one of the later Ace Attorney games, and like they added the anime into that, and I thought that was really good. Even just the small snippets of it, I thought was really fun. That, and I really, really want to play Dual Destinies. But I know I have to complete these 3 games and then Apollo Justice first, and then I can do the Dual Destinies. Fucking, I keep right-clicking, but it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We integrated your magician's screen never to reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the fighting criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea, let's do our best and catch the sucker. Let's catch this fucker! I need to cover the third as well. The third game is the best, in my opinion, and most important story-wise. Okay. I also really want to play Dual Destinies because I really like Athena Sykes' aesthetic. For those who know, you know. Hold on. I'll do it right. Ba-da, 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 ba-ba. Okay, I did it right this time. Alright. I think that's it. How long have I been streaming for? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, it should be fun enough. Like I said, I'll probably be trying to make a serious push for this kind of game. You know what I mean? Like I know that I've been kind of shoving it off to the side, but I'm gonna try to make a better push. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. I'm not sure. Uh, damn stream and Sag. Yeah, I know. But the problem is that this game requires a lot of me talking, and to be honest, I'm not that great at that. Unless you guys want me to continue, but like I don't want to give you like half-assed confusing gameplay, you know? Especially since for day one of this episode kind of just absolutely confused the shit out of me. Thank you for dropping that sauce, Gumbo. I also changed the link to the Kirky. Uh, hopefully, hopefully that works. I tried clicking, it works for me, but I haven't tested it with anybody else. Yeah, I say Kirky because Fix isn't here. Oh, by the way, Sked, did you see my warning on Burp Space about the Jackbox? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. That might be somewhere where you go for Vtopia for that. Also, if you're ever on Vtopia, don't be afraid to drop sauce on the in self promotion or something on my Discord. Oh motherfucker, are you kidding me? Thanks, Scat. It gives me 2 links and both don't work. Yeah, I just need to make promo material. I mean, simply just dropping a link while you're live was probably good enough for now. Give me a second here. What if I tried them? All right, where does this send you guys to? Does it send you to the? Still login required. What the fuck? It's seriously irritating. Like I can't use the. Whatever. I'll talk. I'll talk. I'll try to talk with Killer Jerky and see if I can figure some shit out. Anyway, let's figure out who to raid. I believe Avery just went live. Balls. Yeah, I know. Anyhow, I hope everybody has a good rest of their night. Has a good rest of their night or day, depending on where you are. Uh, I'm sorry. It felt like today was kind of slow. Extra stream, no worries. Um, yeah, hopefully tomorrow's better. And to be honest with you, yesterday's stream kind of defeated me a little bit, but that's whatever. Anyhow, raid message will be. I don't know. This is the best I can think of. Ava raid. If you don't have the emote, use whatever you got. Yeah. Okay, have a good night, guys.